Hi guys, welcome to another session with the Empire Empress. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has been subscribing and supporting my channel. I greatly appreciate it. This has been a childhood dream for me to be able to help others and send messages out there that might encourage or influence others to go in a positive direction. So this does mean a lot to me, especially the subscribers that are outside of the country that are really tuning in. I sincerely appreciate it. And for others who are new, please remember, share, like the videos, share them, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that bell right there on the right. All right, so today we're going to talk about behaviors. Okay, inappropriate behaviors, negative behaviors in teens and children. How do you help your child if they're displaying behaviors? My current master's is focusing on inappropriate behaviors, and I've gained a lot of knowledge, and I would like to share some of that. So I have friends who are experiencing behavior problems with their child, and some of them can be curved, and some of them you might need medication to help you, to help your child focus. So we're going to talk about that. When does it get out of control? When do I need to turn to meds? Can some of the behaviors be curved, and how do you do that? So, I was a single mom who raised two teenagers up until 3 years ago. And it was extremely difficult. As a single parent, I want to say this, that it's a very difficult job because you are actually playing the role of the inactive parent. Sometimes, even if there's a separation or couples split, you can still actively participate in your child's life. Even if you are separated from their mom, if you're separated from their dad, you can still be an active part of their life, and that's highly recommended. Children with both parents have been proven to have less behaviors than children with both parents. And if they have both parents are actively involved in their lives and they're still displaying behaviors, usually it's because of attention and other developmental issues going on there. So if you are separated from the father of your child or separated from the mother of your child, for the sake of the child, I am reaching out and I'm highly encouraging you to get counseling, go to parental classes, and find a way to work it out with the other parent so that your child can have a smooth, fair childhood. Okay? Ladies, please be careful of the words that we use around our children and to your children. So you want to make sure that you are not cursing, you're not calling them names, you're not downgrading them. You want to make sure that you're not having discussions about the absent parent in their presence. So women, we do this, right? We talk about the baby fathers and their father or ex-husband, and this man is worthless and he doesn't do this and he's a low down dirty shame and all these things, and you say those things in front of the child. Please be careful what you say in front of your children. The same thing goes with the fathers. Make sure you're not talking about the mothers, she's a whore, she's this, she's crazy, and you're not saying these things in front of your child, because I want you to understand that what you think children don't pay attention to, they do pay attention to. What you think flew over their head, it flew through their ear. And you want to keep negative thoughts and those kind of emotions away from your children. So if your child is displaying a behavior, you want to first document the behaviors they're displaying in school, and you want to document the behaviors they're displaying at home. You want to create a chart Monday through Sunday, and on that chart you're going to put the documented behaviors. So you are going to say, for instance, if your child is at school hitting other children, if they wanted attention and they did not hit the child and you said, no, don't hit, no, don't bite, and these are just examples. and they don't do that, you want to reward them for not doing that. Yes, people might say, hey, you reward them to do good, and doing good is essential. They know they're supposed to do good. Hitting and biting our attention, okay? Their attention problems. And so you want to make sure that every time they don't hit, they don't bite, every time you ask them to do something, they don't kick something or stamp their feet, you're rewarding them. Now, you can be rewarding them by taking them to Chuck E. Cheese, giving them a treat that they like, and making sure that you're using positive words. Oh, you did a good job. Mom is so proud of you. Daddy's so proud of you. Keep doing it, encouraging them. Also, if you have tried a behavior plan at home and still for some reason it seems like your child is still not adjusting, there may be some developmental or behavioral problems like ADD, ADHD going on in the middle. There may be autism going on, and you might want to seek a psychologist, a psychiatrist, just to give them something mild to help them focus, to calm them down a little bit, and then you're going to curve the behavior. For attention-seeking behaviors, behavior plans are very effective. However, if there's a diagnosis, then the behavior plan becomes effective in addition to medication. So just medicating that child and feel like the behavior is going to go away doesn't always work. You still want to have a plan in place. If you are noticing that your child is lying repeatedly, that child may not be comfortable or feel secure coming to you with the truth. So you want to make sure that when they do come to you with the truth, you give them credit, you compliment them, and it's going to encourage them to keep telling the truth. If your child is not doing their work in school and they're slacking up, make sure that when they do good in school, you are rewarding them. So you create a chart at home, and on the chart, you put stickers. This is just an example. If they went to school, you did not get a complaint that day, and you had no issues, you go ahead and put a smiley face on that chart. At the end of the week, you give them a treat. So whether it's taking them for ice cream day, or taking them to the park, taking them to Dave and Buster's, something that they enjoy doing. Knowing your child, you'll be able to know what they'll enjoy. Or you take them to the store, buy them a little gift for $10. You treat them to their favorite fast food restaurant at the end of the week. So you want to say to them, okay, once you receive 5 smiley faces for the week, you will be able to go to McDonald's, Chick-fil-A on Saturday, and you reward them. So now you're curving the behavior, and you're actually encouraging them to be good in school because they have something to look forward to. Some of the behaviors, however, can be aggressive, can be mean. That's why we have to be careful what we say around them, because before you know it, your child is a representation of you, and genes are a hell of a thing. I'll just say that honestly. So if you notice that your child is using curse words and stuff, it could be stuff that they learn from you at home, but it can also be stuff they learn at school. Now, teaching them and talking to them about if you're hearing these things at school, it's important for you not to use these words and why. It's important for you not to go down the street cursing, posting inappropriate pictures on social media, and why. What can happen? Show them examples. Discuss with them what can be the disadvantages of this. Okay, if a schoolmate gets your pictures, this is what can happen. Ladies, the same thing. You want to talk to your daughter about the importance of not sending nude pictures or not having sex prematurely. And if they're not engaged, you want to reward them and tell them how good they're doing. You want to encourage them to stay sex-free and why it's important to do that. So make sure that communication is being open, and you are actually rewarding them when they do good. And you will let them know that you are rewarding them for these positive behaviors, because they like to be rewarded and they like to be complimented. The more you compliment them, the more you reward them, as the less behaviors you'll see. And for those who have developmental diagnosis, you want to make sure that you are addressing medication issues. Now, I have mixed feelings about that. There are parents out there who says, I don't like meds. Psych meds aren't good. It doesn't help and stuff like that. If you are working with a therapist and you're working with behavior plans and you have not seen changes in your child, you are making a good decision by turning to medication. You have to weigh the pros and cons of parents. Do you want to keep having a school call you? Do you want your child to get attention from the wrong set of people, end up in a gang, end up going to other people who are going to give them attention? Or do you want to get your child medical help? Medications can be curved off. So even if they're taking medication for a year or 2 years, as they get older and they've learned to exercise self-control and curb these behaviors, you can slowly wean them off the medication. But if they have a criminal background, you can't change it. You can't take it away. If they become pregnant in school, you can't change it. You can't take it away. If they have failed 9th grade and 10th grade and they have to repeat, you cannot take it away. And sometimes as parents, we have to be open-minded when it comes to seeking medical attention for our children. All right. I definitely believe that medication helps. Medication helps. And as a parent, you have to do whatever it takes to get your child through the adolescent humps, changing in hormones, changing behavior and stuff like that. And most of all, do your best to stay and keep a stable household. All right. Every change affects your child. It doesn't matter. And I'm speaking from experience. It doesn't matter how much you have done your best to give them all this wonderful quality name brand clothes. Once they're emotionally unstable and their physical environment is unstable, they're hearing these things, their changes, it's going to affect your child. So I am reaching out and I'm speaking to my single mom who they're out there struggling and feel like over the years they've given their child everything and they're having behaviors and you don't know why. Some of the behaviors, again, they cannot be curbed without medication. So make sure you're just supporting your child and you're documenting behavior. So when you seek a professional, you know exactly what to present, what exactly to talk about, and you can address that. And also encourage your child that medication is not the end of the world. And medication does not mean that you are unsuccessful. You're not going to turn out to be anything. Medication just means like you need some help supporting, stabilizing your mood swings, stabilizing your emotions at this time, and this is what we need to do. And explain to them that they can still be successful regardless, right? So these are things that we want to address. Watch your child's progress. If you notice there's a decline in grades, you might want to invest in tutoring. There are online tutoring resources. If you cannot afford tutoring, there's in-school tutoring. Do what it takes to help your child. Do not call them worthless. Do not call them dunce. Do not call them you're slow like your father. Ladies, regardless of however we feel about the father, this is our child. And whatever you say to that child lingers in that child's brain forever. Gentlemen, you're whorish like your mother. You're already claiming it. If my parents think I'm a whore, why not be a whore? And the name calling, the aggression, do not argue, do not fight in front of your children. And I'm sharing personal experiences with you because I have been there and I had to learn, and I'm so happy that I was able to educate myself, go back to school and learn a lot. As parents, we make so much mistakes. It's not the end of the rope and you can get your child help. Do not just take a child, your baby father or the absent parent to court just because you're trying to retaliate. Do not just bring a man in the house because you're trying to get back at that other person. At the end of the day, we're hurting our children. Because sometimes we get desperate as parents and we make decisions and we take other men into the house that end up harming our child. Our child gets depressed. They're missing their father. We have no respect for their feelings. So make sure as women, we're focusing on personal growth and development of our children and not our own personal selfish needs. All of these things contribute to the negative behaviors. Get your child involved in recreational activities, sports, and something that can benefit them and help them to develop, change their mindset, and think positive. I am reaching out to my single parents. Sometimes we're retaliating and think we're doing it. We're hurting the other person, or an ex, or a baby father, or the baby mother. We're actually hurting our children. So before we make decisions, please take time, consult with a professional, work on establishing a behavioral plan for your child and helping your child to succeed. Follow up, please subscribe and share your views. Have a great one.